to Gusto News on Gusto TV Africa. I am super excited to be here to give you the latest updates in the world of Afrobeat, and I'm sure that you're super excited as well to be here to stay informed, to stay updated. Thank you so much for all that you do for us at Gusto TV Africa. Thank you so much, like I used to say, for every quarter of contribution to see to the growth and progress of the community. We do not take any of this for granted. We appreciate you so much, and we say thank you, gracias. So without wasting much of our time, let's just get straight into the news because the major headline today, guys, this first one is actually a huge one. This one is huge because why Burna Boy decided that maybe he just woke up, or maybe he was just taking a walk, maybe he was just scrolling past old posts and all of that. Probably maybe he was even on his Spotify account, and then he's just like, you know what, I need to address these Nigerians. It seems like they're feeling too big. Then what did this man say? He said, dear artists, don't let Twitter polls and Niger social media fans deceive you. They won't fill up any stadium for you in any part of the world. If I tell you guys that the moment Burna Boy dropped this, it was chaos. Everybody started running left, right, center. Like, what exactly is going on? What is this man talking about? You guys know that, normally Nigerians, they already know Burna Boy as one person that they'll say, Burna Boy, you're always talking down on Nigerians. You're always saying things, that probably disregard Nigerians or, speak to them in condescending way. And, when he said this one, fans definitely did not waste time at all to start reacting. He said a lot of things, which we're actually going to touch on, you guys. But what do you think, must have happened? Why do you think Burna Boy really came out to say, you know what, this evening I want to come and cause chaos? Do you think that he might be trying to promote, the upcoming project, No Signs of Weakness? Man is really just spitting fact and saying the truth. And I missed every of this. Like, people were still talking like, oh, what exactly is going wrong? Why did he come out and say Nigerians will not fill stadiums for you? Is he trying to say they do not love you? Is he trying to say they cannot travel down for you? Is he trying to say even if you decide to come and fill up a stadium here in Nigeria, they still will not come out for you? Then, I think Burna Boy now decided to observe what that particular announcement must have cost. 1212. He said, okay, you know what? Instead of allowing you guys start talking and speculating and wondering why I said what I said, let me come and explain it to you. And what did this man do? He literally came out and then exposed the earnings of, the music industry when it comes to streaming platforms. Hey, you guys, the moment he drops this, Nigerians and their calculators became 5 and 6. I'm very sure that the calculators app on phones now. In fact, by this time, let's not even, let's just be praying that calculators don't get expensive because Nigerians have been calculating. That one we're also going to get into. So Burna Boy has confirmed that 1 million Nigerian streams is just 300, between $300 to $400, guys. And 1 million UK streams is equals to 3,000 to 4,000 pounds. And this has got fans talking like, what exactly is going on? So you are saying that if an artist has a million streams, Nigerian million streams, that one is nothing. So now maybe he's trying to tell them that you should target the international markets more. And now could it just be that this was what Burna Boy was trying to do with the whole PR and being all lovey-dovey with Chloe Bailey? We do not know, but you guys let us know in the chat box if you think that this was what Burna Boy was trying to do, or there might just be something real between them. Because if I'm really going to be honest, in the past month, we've really not heard anything about these two. We've not seen them all lovey-dovey, and maybe that phase has actually passed and now man has moved on to something else, probably working on a project. We really do not know. And Burna Boy went on to say, your song being number one on any streaming platform in Nigeria is not something to celebrate. Emphasis on in Nigeria. Him Aya or do other businesses on the side. I type with love. Hashtag no sign of weakness. Man really said I type with love, but then brought all the daggers like Odumo do Black. I was like, I go dagger. That's exactly what this man did to this whole issue. Well, you guys, what exactly do you think? Why do you think Burna Boy came out to make this kind of revelation? Is it that it's he probably was trying to sell out a stadium, and then they're just going through their records, and they're like, you know what, Nigerians are not even here supporting. It has to be those outside of Nigeria. But you guys let me know in the chat box if you think that Burna Boy actually meant this in a condescending way, or he's just trying to pass a message to upcoming artists and telling them that, you know what, if you're trying to make it in this music industry, do not rely on the streams from Nigeria alone. And like I told you guys, fans have reacted. Words on, the street of X have been flying left, right, and center. But we were able to catch a few, and then we'll just go through that together. So we have Felix saying, we know those who steady win polls and can sell out, but can't sell out a UK stadium. Throwing a shade, who exactly are you throwing this shade to? Because this man literally said, it's not about Twitter polls, and then Felix is like, we know those people who steady win these polls now, but they cannot, sell out the UK stadium. Let us know in the chat box if you think you know who Felix is talking about. Then we have Christian123 saying, a good artist will take this and re-strategize their marketing because fans will turn everything to bands. I think, this has to be some words of wisdom from Christian. Like, you know what? But that boy has said what he has to say. Yes, definitely fans will have a lot of things to say about it. Probably bands and start dragging their faves ups and all of that. But a good artist will take this piece of information, hold it in their left hand, if that's if I thought they don't even use their left hand to eat, and then work with it, re-strategize their marketing and probably target the international market. We really have to, you guys just keep up with our YouTube channel because this has to be a whole conversation on our podcast. So you guys just keep up with that. Then we have Bami saying, so Wizkid has made only $10,000 from Murayo. Did I not tell you guys before that? Nigerians and their calculators will become 5 and 6. I see it. When you say fingers crossed, is that just fingers crossed? That's Nigerians and their calculators. This is how they will be henceforth. They're about to start calculating the earnings of your favorites, through their streams and all of that. Let's just hope that this does not cause another, war, among Afrobeat artists and then fan wars and all of that. Now we have IK official saying, rate his fans for Nigeria, I swear. I mean, this is not the first time that fans are saying this, but do you guys really think that Burna Boy would really not respect and honor his fans in Nigeria? Then he said all his own is diaspora, that he gives more glory and more honor to, his fans outside of Nigeria, and anything that has to do with Nigeria is just not really pleasing to him. Then plus, not be the first time he don't shade for Insta story. Nobody actually gives a F again. Are you sure nobody gives a F? This one that Nigerians are already carrying their calculators. Okay. Now we have James Dioka for saying Lamba. It's the same people. It's the same people. They helped him gain a global audience. He should calm down. Okay. Burna Boy, James Diokafor is saying, take Rema's advice and do what? Calm down. Because this same set of Nigerians helped you gain this global audience that are talking about, that are even doing better for you in terms of revenue and streams. So pipe it down. Okay, then we have Okpemi DMH saying nobody should ever compare football money with music money again. Waiting $400 to $4,000 won't buy you. If they give you that money first, you go know waiting you go buy. But until then, guys, I told you guys that this particular revelation that Burna Boy has made, it will bring up a lot of other conversations. I mean, conversations that people have been having and they've been arguing about. It will bring it out because now, Okwemi has gone on to say, don't compare football money to music money. But you guys let me know in the chat box if you think that, football money and music money should actually be compared to each other in the first place. And now that there's, this whole revelation from Burna Boy, maybe, just maybe, a lot of artists might start, upcoming artists probably, might start rethinking their decisions and probably going to start playing football. Then we have IK official again saying, Chloe no work, Sophia Lamborghini no work too. Now you don't try another one. This begs the question, guys. Now that we know that Afrobeat artists most times always have one strategic rollout, PR to do when a project is about to drop, do you think, that this is just another way for Burna Boy to be in the news and get talked about because the project is about to drop? Man is just, tweeting from the comfort and the goodness and kindness of his heart and like, what? These people, these upcoming artists really need to know what's up and what is going on. Concerning what is going on, guys, we have Davido. So you guys let me know in the chat box if you think that Burna Boy really had to do what he did or it's just another, PR stunt. Now, talking about, 001 himself, Davido himself. I mean, man has been in the news for quite a couple of good reasons, and today was actually, today has actually been very, very good for Davido in terms of, feedback from fans. He previewed another song, 10 Kilo, and fans have had a lot of amazing things to say about it. And now, because of this particular track, a lot of fans are now, probably re-anticipating, like, The energy for anticipation has now increased again, and they're like, oh, you know what? Bring it on. Release this album already. So now Davido on an interview with the club breakfast, pardon me, said speaks on a relationship between him and Tiwa Savage. So you guys remember sometimes last 2 years, to we had in the news rumored, allegedly, everybody shuffling left and right saying Davido and Tiwa Savage have actually fallen out, and then we saw a lot of buzzwords on the internet. Then that felt like we saw court papers, suing left and right, saying training orders and all of that. And you guys know that all of this, started from when Davido started having, the public issue with his baby mama, Sophia, Imade's mom. And then in this particular interview, Davido made it known that, what, me and Tiwa Savage were actually cool, oh, we're not fighting, don't worry. The whole issue is just that she's friends with my baby mama, and I'm just like, please help me so that I can, see my child at least. And then it seems that's where everything started taking, the sideways hop, upside down, and then it just didn't work. And like, okay, you know what? Day your day, make I day my day. And then he said since then they've actually not seen each other. If you ask me, I would think that all the celebrities used to see each other every day. But then you guys also in the chat box, if you think that Davido and Tiwa Savage can actually put this, all of these things that happened behind them and do something together again. And you guys let me know if you think or if you miss, that relationship and collaboration between Davido and Tiwa Savage. And then definitely you think Davido will be in an interview and they will not try to milk that. What's up with you and Wizkid? All we see is fan wars, fan wars. It's even been a while you guys threw jabs at each other. What's up? A man just said, I love everybody. Okay, we did not know when Whiskey's name turned to everybody, but since he said he loves everybody, who are we to say he does not love everybody? Now let's see what people had to say on the streets of Vex. You guys are always reacting like, no, not even the rest at all. So we have Incarnation giving the descendants of Portable, no be me talk, saying, you are a fanboy, you will always love him. Okay, okay, but you guys, I'm always asking and saying this. Do you really think that Whiskey and Davido really have like a real life beef? Or they're just moving with the agenda that fans have already created? Yeah, we have T Famous saying, go love his mentor care. You don't have choice. Whiskey inspire him. Talking about inspiration, guys, do you think that Davido picks inspiration from Wizkid? Let us know in the chat, especially with all this conversation with Shensia had to bring Wizkid on her own album, then it's Davido that is going to bring Shensia on his own album. But you guys let us know in the chat box if you think that Wizkid is actually an inspiration to Davido. Then we have Imigo, apologies if I didn't pronounce that right, saying he is so humble, yeah, unlike other times when he used to be subtly insulting, jealous, and arrogant. Do you guys think that the single bachelor Davido is now different from the married responsible father Davido? You guys let me know what you think about these two sides of Davido, because if there's one thing that fans have got to always say about Davido in his recent interviews or being in the public space, they're just always talking about how organized he is now, how man is just behaving like that responsible family man that he is or that he should be. But you guys let me know in the chat box if you think at all on any reason that is the case. And talking about one tragedy that befell the Adeleke family, and it was really a dark year, and then everybody really felt, knowing Davido to be that free-spirited, childlike human, and having that kind of tragedy before him, the whole, let me not say nation, but the whole of Nigeria felt that there's one important personality that's actually out of social media. But you guys let me know in the chat box if you think that I am wrong. Now Davido speaking on the loss and of the tragedy that befell him years ago. And then he said, my family, my wife, and I are strong. My dad put everything on pause just to make sure we are okay. We've got twins now. Okay, you guys know already. Now, this is not supposed to be news, but man saying it now. We've got twins now, boy and a girl. The boy looks exactly like my son that passed. So to all of you that always say, oh, they're not showing the face, they're not doing this, they're not doing that, at least now he's put a face to his son, so you can just be okay. He's meaning to know, what the girl actually looks like. But Davido has gone on to talk about how strong his faith is, how much he believes and trusts in God, and how his family had helped him pull through. And if we're talking about a family that's actually, preached family love and just having that, unity among family, it really has to be the Adeleke family. You guys know that for sure. And talking about unity, love, guys, this is one man that it would never cease to be in the news. It will always be in the news. We have Portable Omo Olalomi. So you guys know that the beginning of this year wasn't so smooth for him as he was running, pillar to post, trying to avoid being arrested, being locked up in prison, but eventually had to turn himself in and then charged to court, granted bail. And now Portable has come out to announce that it's a public notice to all my fans, supporters, show promoters, and the general public. This is to officially announce that I have successfully resolved all outstanding issues with the Nigerian government and relevant law enforcement agencies. Hallelujah. Okay, so you guys, it's come on to announce that I am now fully cleared and free to travel and perform both locally and internationally. I deeply appreciate the patience, love, and unwavering support from everyone during this period. Low key, guys, I feel like fans were expecting Portable to actually word this, write up instead of typing it, because low key, anyone will be like, okay, they've typed it. But man, come out and talk and tell us. But you guys let me know in the chat box if you think that after all of this ordeal that Portable has gone on to face, aside from the fact that he confirmed that it has an incoming project with Odumodu Black, do you think that Portable is one Afrobeat artist that fans, Afrobeat artists, do you think Portable is one Afrobeat artist that other Afrobeat artists would want a collaboration with? I mean, not after all of the dragons and everyone that has ever been with, then finally getting dragged. You guys let us know in the chat box below what you think about Burna Boy coming out to do that revelation, to give that revelation about how much our Afrobeat artists will earn per streams, and about Portable, if you think that there's really going to be another collaboration or something to even revive him at this point, aside from the project that we know that we are definitely expecting from Odumodu Black. And that's all we'll be having on the news this evening, guys. Thank you so much for all that you do for us at Gusto TV Africa. We really appreciate you, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Bye.